No, they were in perfect order. You know how long it took me? Years.
Group on my back, I'm Aaron.
Eric.
And we are back with Superman and Lois, where last time things were in chaos then as well, right?
What? Oh, I did it. I put them back in perfect order.
We're gonna go to Bazoombas.
Bazoombas.
That's what I got from last episode.
That's not what's gonna happen. We're losing some Bazoombas.
But we're having a Bazoomba party.
A farewell party.
I guess, yes.
Yep, I'm just trying to bring some levity into a very sad situation that we're going through with Lois and Clark. And John Henry. We had a subject of our poll.
Henry killed Henry.
Was John Henry justified in his actions? 69% of people said he was justified.
Do we just go with that?
Yep.
69?
Well, I think so. I think we should. I feel like that's what fate demands. Let's see what people were saying, though, because it's a very complicated issue. Colin Joseph said, killing Henry, I can understand his actions, but attacking Bruno's men in the street, it seems to me like they were trying to pick him up to take him to talk to Bruno. But I could be wrong. Well, they kidnapped to talk to him. I don't think they were giving him a choice. They came out with their guns brandished.
They didn't have their guns brandished.
They did. They had their guns in their hands.
They did not.
They did.
They didn't.
When they got out of the car, they had a gun.
They didn't.
Didn't they?
There was one guy that had a gun. We went over this last episode.
Oh, and one gun? Oh.
But his gun didn't show up until he attacked the first guy.
I don't know, man. I thought he had it in his hand.
We went over this.
Did we go back and watch it?
I don't know. I said we should have. I don't know if we did.
Ethan says, technically, Henry was already dead. So he basically killed a zombie, which ain't that bad.
He's right. You know what? I guess so.
Yeah.
When you think about it that way,
yeah,
it's not so bad.
How can you kill someone that already has a death certificate?
Did he?
I assume so. Right? Isn't that they talked about how he had cancer and then he had passed and now he's back?
No, they talk about that he had cancer and was set to die in a few months.
Yeah.
And he showed up with powers.
Yeah.
And then Clark saw that he was killed by bullets, but what hospital said? Dead.
True.
Bruno took him. You know, Bruno's doing weird shit.
Bryce Young says, I think he was and he wasn't, because I think the line between hero and anti-hero is killing when you have exhausted all non-lethal options, and you only have lethal ones left. And killing without exhausting all non-lethal options, he didn't exhaust them, so I feel he's more of an anti-hero at the moment.
Sure, that's like the Clark kind of thing, right? Is he's trying to use all resources and aspects he can before having to kill someone.
Yeah. Breton B says, as someone who has taken multiple courses on self-defense and use of force and who works for the local police department as a bylaw officer, I don't understand how anyone could say killing Henry Miller wasn't justified. I think legally there's not really much of an argument against the other side, but I think what we're going for is more of like the moral stance, right?
Superhero standpoint, I think.
Sure.
Which I think is easier for Clark, maybe, who is a impenetrable,
invulnerable
person.
Yeah.
Versus Henry, who's not.
Sure.
But could Henry have just hit him with his hammer and not killed him?
I don't know.
Like when the guy's running away, like this guy wasn't running away, for example, but when a person's running away and you're worried that there's a danger, can you shoot them in their leg?
Sure.
Not in their head.
Yeah.
You know, like is that a possibility? I think what was that one movie? I can't remember what it was. It was a Tommy Lee Jones movie. Man in the House, I think is what it's called. And they're like, well, can you shoot the gun out of the guy's hands? He goes, no. Like that was like a thing that they were talking about.
Yeah.
It's like, how hard would that be?
Calvin Allen going hard. I can't believe this is even up for debate. Bruno tried to kill him, threatened to kill his family, and is creating supervillains among other crimes, and everyone is acting like John is being out of line. John should have went straight to Bruno and ended this already.
But he didn't.
He did not.
He didn't.
No, he waited until men brandishing guns came onto the street.
They didn't.
Now I gotta do something.
We just watched it. They sat there like this.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying they didn't seem threatening.
That's the classic.
But the first weapon drawn was his.
When I see people doing that with their belly, I'm thinking they got a firearm.
What?
I better go over and hit him.
That's what you think?
I don't.
I haven't seen you
I
hit
don't want to
one
die.
They got a gun!
I'm just trying to hide my belly.
Chemotherapy is over.
You did it.
We did it. But like everything in life, this journey has not just been about me. Cancer affects many more people than just the ones who have it. It has affected everyone I love, especially my family.
Ring the bell.
And I love you all. Especially you. Screw cancer!
Fuck cancer. We know what she really said. CW. I think it's one F-bomb the censors would have allowed.
I don't know.
Okay, so that's it.
Where's the Mannheim board?
Man, I'm bored.
Okay, what do you think?
You look pretty. I like the dress better.
Oh, red's a power color. I want the governor to see me as a leader.
You're the mayor, Mom. You're kind of the leader by default.
Carrie Wexler is a big deal. I'm a successful businesswoman, a single mother.
Do you ever figure out how the mayor?
Do I look powerful?
No, that's like a maroony purple.
It looks the same.
No, hers is more red. Yours is on the side of purple. Purple's royalty, though. But you don't have a crown.
Thank you.
The mayor's ex-husband's new girlfriend just hanging around all day.
Well, it's not like their relationship's gonna come up. It'll be fine. Okay, good to go?
Definitely. You're gonna kill it, Mom.
We still haven't figured out why the old mayor had money going towards something, right?
He was involved with Intergang somehow?
Yeah, but we don't know exactly what's going on with that.
Like the dirty secret of Smallville.
Yeah. Like, he was like, you gotta leave it there, they're gonna get you. Like, what? And then Pia's like, blah, 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 blah. Still want to be friends. Wait, who's that?
George.
Did they spell in the Mannheim of us?
Hell is George? I don't like him. He married Texas a girl. Ain't good. Just come visit her like you're supposed to.
Unannounced.
I may have something.
Oh, yeah?
What?
Yep.
Ice.
So, this is Foes. Right? Now, all that ice that just appeared after the fire was mysteriously extinguished. Look, babe, I'm no journalist. Okay, but I think this is a really big story.
Well, let me be the one who decides that. Okay?
I just end with the, we'll look into it.
Be like, this is interesting. I'm gonna see what I can do. Actually, couldn't do it.
After looking into it, I need a little more.
Yeah, the boss said no. Aren't you the boss?
Shut up.
Bro, I had you! Bro, I literally
Man,
had
how old
you!
is the game?
Hey guys,
Right? Remember NFL Blitz where you could tackle somebody after they scored a touchdown and then like hit them with the people's elbow?
What?
Yeah.
How about this? I come up with something, and then we do that. Sound good?
Sure.
Should have already done it, Clark. They're teenagers.
With attitude.
Yo, there's a senior kegger at the old fairgrounds. We should go. I mean, we don't really have any.
Uh-oh, is George gonna go there?
Sarah texted you? Yeah, because A, we're friends, and B, you won't stop barfing out how much you're in love with her. It's only like half true. Okay. The fairgrounds are so far outside of town.
What was it last episode? He was like, yeah, it must suck. I'm glad he gets to go see his mom.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, Mateo cufflinks.
Or Mannheim.
No, Eric, no.
Or Mateo Mannheim.
Oh, that.
She needs you. We both do.
Here. I'm ready.
Think the cufflinks are bad?
I don't know.
Like,
I mean,
something?
Hank, just let me handle it, okay? I'll let him down easy.
Who wants to wrangle and tangle?
What? What does that mean?
Tonight, Wrestle Rumble 40 in Metropolis. No holds barred.
guys, you gotta go.
Spam the bulldozer.
Bam!
Guys, come on. We used to go all the time when we lived in Metropolis.
Good luck, John.
Dad, we can't go.
That sounds cool, but we kind of already have plans.
You're gonna be going to lame keggers for years. You only got a little bit of this time.
Okay, well, have them join.
Dad.
Let them all
What?
come
I
outside.
just thought it'd be fun for us to all spend some time together.
Yeah, we'll do something else more fun real soon. I promise.
But Bam the bulldozer.
Hey, my God, I'm so glad you're here.
Oh, the governor's arriving any minute.
I know, but first we need to talk about Kyle.
Kersey,
There's a problem.
which is now your problem. I've been supportive of this relationship, but I'm not going to be tech support on how to deal with Kyle.
No, it's actually about.
She's here.
I never let people just stop me from talking. But no, it's about
What are you
Clark
talking
and Superman
about?
and
What?
superpower
No,
stuff.
no,
Listen to me.
No, you don't. You never do that.
Yeah, of course.
I've never seen you do that.
You never interrupted me like that.
What? I interrupt you. We just don't have as important things to talk about.
You're right.
There's a nuke bomb gonna go up.
Okay.
Where are we?
They're at the fairgrounds. This is the senior kegger. Pay attention, Aaron.
You made it.
And there's a truck parked up behind these stands, and they walked up the steps.
Hi, Candace. Maybe I should send Nancy a thank you letter.
Maybe you should.
I'm gonna go find Sarah.
And totally not be awkward.
At that moment in time, I was like, no way.
She's talking to George.
Yeah.
But it wasn't my mattress.
Whose was it? Vanessa's.
It's a long story. Did you ever tell them where it came from?
No, because I already spent the $60.
Well, what'd you spend it on?
Oh, he came in the store in the middle of everything.
Hey, why don't you go grab a beer while Junior finishes the story?
Yeah, man. They have an ID here. Should be good.
He's the old mayor's son, right?
George. Yeah, I think so.
I listened to Luther's confession again, and I don't think it was him on that tape. I think it was you. He had a motive. So did you and Bruno. You and Bruno killed Boss Moxie, took over Hobbs Bay, and you used Luther as your fall guy.
Have you ever been in the room alone with Lex Luthor? Yes, this aura. It's terrifying. Like you're in the presence of the devil himself. Lex Luthor was a monster before he went to prison. Could you imagine what he's become since?
Okay, can you not do the whole sad boy thing right now?
Just admit it. That guy Junior's a dick.
Why?
His dad was murdered. Cut him some slack.
Dick.
So, is this what being friends with you is like? Just getting pissy every time I'm talking to another guy?
That's not it.
Then what is it?
It's because you looked annoyed that I came to talk to you and you were with him.
You barged into our conversation while he was telling a story.
You shoot me away.
Oh my God, get over yourself.
You know, sometimes I really wish I never fell in love with you.
That makes two of us.
Dude, you gotta go meet new people. Talk with some other girls. Have a
Tron
good
2!
time.
I guess it's Party Tron 2.
Oh, Cancun Nights. No, the Tron 2. I don't know if Cancun appears. I never seen it, but
Me either. Make a friend! No, someone else. Just someone elser. Cops coming.
first.
What does he do?
Huh?
What's Jordan gonna do?
I get caught, this will be my second underage drinking.
You're not getting caught.
Kill the lights so they can't see which way we went.
Don't run over anyone.
Oh, you guys are behaving so dangerously. You damn kids! Just turn the lights on. There's no one following you.
I don't think so.
No?
No, I think we're good.
Lights on.
Slow down.
You're like...
You've been drinking.
That was insane.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Yes. Oh no! They hate that so much. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh, Jordan saved them both, didn't he? They would have been dead in that tree.
So fucking dead.
Oh my gosh. Run, Jordan.
Go.
Hide.
I want to see it.
Hide. Leave.
Did you see that?
Nope.
Some guy with powers just saved our lives.
See shit. I think you're concussed.
You hit him in the head.
Listen, Kyle, I'm willing to drop fleeing the scene, but driving under the influence, I'm afraid the department can't just look the other way on
Oh,
that.
of course not.
We're gonna charge her with a DUI.
Yeah, I understand.
At least you're not fucking dead.
Did you see any of this, Sarah?
No.
No.
Come on, Sarah. There's no way we could have just gotten out. Somebody saved us, and you know it.
Mia, what happened?
I'm sorry, but I have no idea what he's talking about.
Maybe he drank a little too much, Dad. I wasn't as drunk as him, because I was driving.
Hey, is everything okay?
Dad, I really screwed up. I think someone might have seen me out of Deacon's Road.
Whoa, slow down. What happened?
So Sarah and George Jr., they're almost in this car wreck, so I flew in to try to save them, but I think George might have seen me after.
Was anybody hurt?
No, and I had my hood and goggles on the whole time, so I don't even think he saw my face.
Okay, hey, you did the right thing. All right, whatever Junior thinks he saw, we can deal with later. Why do you smell like beer?
Okay, there was this party, and I had maybe half a beer at most.
You were at a party?
Yeah.
Can you get drunk?
I told you, it was nothing.
It's enough to get you and John grounded.
You can't be serious right now.
You keep giving me attitude, you're gonna make it worse.
Yeah, whatever.
Excuse me?
This isn't about me having a beer. This is because John and I didn't want to hang out with you.
Okay, Jordan, get up to your room.
Yeah, I'd rather be there than watching some stupid wrestling match anyway.
Right now.
Man, gets beat off too.
It's for you. If you'll excuse me.
Who is that anyway?
It's just her ex-husband.
Why did you get up first then?
I'm sorry. I'm the floozy.
Oh, and she's right there.
Well.
Show your son you have regrets. Be the example he needs. Let that be a part of your legacy.
Not without seeing him. It's important. He hears it from me first.
I'll see what I can do to make that happen. Go on in.
You swap in the doorway.
Send him in.
Hey, he's here.
Make this right with your son.
Can you take these off so I can at least hug my son?
What do you mean?
Dad thinks that some superhero rescued us from the crash.
Who? Superman?
No, someone else.
Junior said he saw somebody.
Y'all need to tell Kyle.
I know what he's been working on. The cure.
Oh, Mateo. I love your father, but he's desperate and...
Mom. It works.
No!
It works.
I knew it! Damn Mannheim things!
Now, Dad said it wouldn't take long for it to kick in. And then after it, you come find this at the place where it all started.
Fine, he's grounded for 2 weeks. No powers, no fortress.
We'll talk about it when I get home. What did Jonathan have to say?
He's not back yet.
Oh, where is he?
I don't know. He's probably with Candace somewhere.
Everything okay?
Oh, no.
You need to find him, Clark.
Okay, just hold on. Wait. But he just pulled up.
Okay.
I'll call you back.
I was waiting for I don't hear him kind of thing.
Jonathan!
Oh,
You were drinking and
jeez!
driving. We were selling this truck.
I wasn't drinking.
But you were at a party.
Where I drink water. Look, if I was drinking, you'd be able to, like, super smell it or something.
I just think it's important we spend time together. You guys are growing up so fast.
Okay, well, you're the one who's always busy. Look, we can't just sit around and wait for you to have free time. Especially since I haven't seen Candace in, like, a month. It's not how it works.
We offered to bring her.
Man, I like Jonathan.
Thank you.
Did he grab those keys as so fast?
Probably gonna be your last shot. Sure you don't want me to come with?
What's the injection thing
Yeah,
gonna do?
it's best if I finish this.
She's gonna have her powers or whatever, right?
She's not gonna be desperate.
You're gonna help me get out of here, Lois.
Step outside the cone of power dampening.
There's no cones. It's a box.
Isn't that what she walks through?
Get me out of here. Now, or I'll bring this whole building down.
You've reached the voicemail of Lois Lane. Leave a message and I'll call you back as soon as I can.
Damn it. Superman, get there quick. Come on. Come on.
Kyle?
Huh.
Is John here? Yeah, he's upstairs. I need to talk to him.
Oh, because he thinks he's the powered person?
I really do wish things had been different. In another life, we would have been great friends. Pia, please. Sorry, Lois.
Quit breaking the law.
Man, that door shattered.
It really did. Man, she's so good.
I like the way she does like her motions. She's like, it looks like it hurts her when she does it. Crying. It's like it comes from down and works its way up, you know?
Everything started when your family moved here, and John has been at the center of all of this.
Oh, you have to leave, and
no.
you can't in front of him.
You need to leave. No, I will leave when I get some answers. And we'll talk about this later. We can talk about
Circle of trust, Clark. You got to.
to go. Just please tell me the truth.
Jordan.
I know it was him. No, it wasn't. Go home, Kyle.
I'll explain it all to you tomorrow.
There we go. There we go. Oh, hey, boys. Anyone die?
He's too late because of Kyle.
Place where it started.
Why'd you leave why'd you leave it there? Why didn't you take it back?
You did it.
We did it.
Well, Kyle should know soon.
I would say so.
Like,
that was a cool scene.
Like, does
Just
Clark...
like he had to do it. He had to.
Does Clark take it as in, like, it was me, but I'm trying not to tell people? Do they say Jordan did it? Like, he could take it on himself and be like, that was a superpowered person. Superman is here and he moved here.
I think that's the easy way, but will Kyle be like, why do you all of a sudden need to do things secretly? Is it just because you don't want people to know that you're in Smallville?
Yeah, I mean,
I suppose you could do that.
I would do it with,
Yeah.
where it's like, well, if Superman just was all the time around Smallville, that seems suspicious. But if some other entity is around here, it's less suspicious.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Man.
I also like the parallels they had between Lois and Clark and then Mannheim and Pia. Like, they both had, like, we had the beginning cancer chemo treatments being done. And in that moment there, you had Clark saying, like, you did it. And Lois like, we did it.
Mm-hmm.
And then here, you have the same thing, but you have Mannheim saying, you did it.
Yeah.
And you have Pia saying, we did it.
Yeah. We don't know anything about this cure other than it made Pia feel like she was better immediately.
Fairly quickly.
Like, I don't know what that exactly means. I don't know how that affects her, if there's going to be any side effects, if it's actually gone. I'm happy that she's not dying of cancer, but now she could spend a long time in prison.
Well, the thing, too, is, like, is it done?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, saying like, well, she's not gonna die of cancer now is like,
yeah.
I mean, without having anyone else we've tested this with, or what it could do, or will it revert, or do you have to keep a steady dosage of anything? Like, I don't know what to expect.
I don't know either.
Like, it could be fine, and now she's just a bad supervillain with no cancer or anything.
Well,
or
that, and if it works, get it tested, get it approved, save millions of lives a year. You know, like
sure.
But I'm just worried that that's not the case, and that because he was so desperate, he kind of fudged. Up that proper testing.
Sure.
You know.
And there's the idea too of like,
worse.
If he does that, does it become a thing that anyone can get, or does it become like, well, you can get this if you have $1 million? You know what I mean?
Sure. No, I understand.
Like
I imagine that Mannheim, if we take him at his word for like all the terrible things that he's done, is for the betterment of people. I would like to think that he wouldn't sit on that like you know we know in our world people do.
Yeah.
For like basic shit like insulin.
Sure.
You know?
No, I mean that's the thing, like making it cheaper for everyone to be able to afford it. You know.
Yeah.
Or does he like scale it? It's like, well, if you make it's 5% of what you make a month, you know, or something like that. But then that's all skewed too. But I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. I just didn't want Mateo to be pulled into it. He seemed nice and innocent. And
he still is nice, and he's still. I mean, he was used. I mean, who's not going to have take the chance to, hey, do this and your mother lives? Like, I don't even know if the harshest judge would be like, "Ah, you evil person," you know. Like, I think people will understand that, and he's still a minor too.
Is he? He's under 18.
I mean, what law did he necessarily break in a way, right? It's just the injection is what he did.
Well, yeah. Like, he wasn't supposed to bring stuff in. It'd be like, well, what law did I break? All I did was bring a cake. Yeah, but the file was in the cake. You know, and they broke out of prison for it.
Sure.
It's
well, that's the thing. Like,
accomplice kind of thing.
Yeah. No, it is. I'm trying to be gracious just because I know how desperate and alone that feeling feels, and there's probably a little that I wouldn't do to do something like he did. So
sure,
maybe I'm just trying to be apologetic.
It's like Sarah there, where it's like she got the benefit of not running, but she's still getting a DUI.
Yeah. Oh my God, she was so dumb this episode. I'm so mad at her. When he said they're disappointed, like, man, fuck yeah, I am. She could have killed that guy. She could have killed anybody on the road. She could have killed another driver, an innocent person that has their kids in the car. Well,
there's no other car.
Well, yeah, thank God. But she was driving drunk.
Sure, no.
You know, like,
I get you.
What a fucking dummy.
I get her point too. She's like, well, I didn't drink much, but they were like, you had alcohol in your system. Because like, there's a point where it's like, well, you had alcohol, it's okay. But then there's the point where it's like, nah, it's not okay. She hits that point easier probably because of being a younger girl.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I get you. I just thought it was, when looking at the idea of like, well, what are they in trouble for? They're like, well, she's not going to get the running away, but we're going to give her a DUI. Which I think makes sense.
I mean,
the car there was just hit the deer.
Yeah. I don't know what it's like in Smallville, but generally when I was a kid and something like that happened, the cops just want you to leave. They're not going to come and start arresting people. They're just like, hey, clear out. We got complaints. Get out of here, kids, you know? Just calmly leave. Or hide in a ditch for 3 hours, and then they leave, and then you leave.
I've never been in a place where there was like underage drinking and cops showed up.
Yeah. It's generally, you build a fire in the middle of a field and no one gives a shit. But you're at the fairgrounds. You imagine doing that at the fairgrounds. That's a bad idea.
Sure.
It's not like Smallville is bereft of lonely places that no one gives a shit if you're being loud.
Yeah, but the last time they did that, there was an explosion.
There
and people
was.
got powers.
I know.
So the fairgrounds was a safe place to go. And Sarah's little sister likes it there.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that where she
went?
She
does. That's where she went. Man, I would want to go to fucking Wrangle and Tangle with Superman. That sounds like such a fun night. Jonathan's whole thing is like, I haven't seen Candace in months. Like, he invited her. You could have seen her.
I mean, yeah, but like with your dad at a wrestling thing, maybe.
Yeah, but you go to the wrestling thing and then you say, hey, Dad, do you mind if, we get some alone time after? Do that.
I suppose.
You know?
Or just say, Dad, we're going to go to a party.
Plus, wrestling shows are fun.
I don't think that it's unjust of what John said, though, where it's like, we blow off plans all the time because you.
Oh no! I definitely get that
like
point.
Just because now you have free time doesn't mean that we just have to do what you want to do now.
Yeah.
Like I'm not against what he's saying there with that.
Sure.
Because like how many times is like they could have went to the wrestling thing, Peia would have broken out, and then he would have like had to leave them there at the wrestling thing to take off and go help. Like there's times that happens all the time with him. So I just really appreciated John's talking with it all. Where he's like, Dad, I didn't drink. I drank water. Like I'm not gonna do after last year everything that happened. I'm not gonna drink.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do this. You can't expect us just to drop everything whenever you're free. Like there's just aspects there. Now I get the idea that they could have just told him. I think whenever he's like, maybe we should have told you. But he started trying to make plans before he got a text for other plans. So I think that was the one thing that they could have done. Just Jordan needs to stop.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm trying to think of what he needs to stop, but I'm like, you know what?
You needed to stop that sentence
That's it.
as much as he needs to stop torturing himself, dude. Sarah's not into you.
He looks like just like a...
And if you want to tell if she's actually into you, you need to go and talk to some other girls, Like, see if that any form of jealousy pops up at all, And if not, then you got a friend that you can hang out, and she could probably be a really great wingman.
Sure. No, I just...
But that's
he's
adult
walking around.
Eric speaking to teenage Eric who made all the same mistakes. You damn kids. When I say damn kids, I'm yelling at myself for being so dumb.
But he just walks around like a puppy. Like a sad puppy.
Yeah, the sad boy thing from her was really good and needed. And I hope he listens.
No. But in his defense, good thing he was there whenever she crashed.
Yeah, no,
that's good.
I would love if we all had a guardian angel. That would be nice.
They hit that tree. Like just
they were going to die.
I have friends back in high school where they were driving and they hit a tree, and one of the guys in our class went through the windshield.
Yeah.
And then got up and called the police.
Damn. Yeah.
No, he's doing well now. He owns a restaurant like over in Athens County.
That's good.
But like he went through the windshield. Everyone else was like wearing seatbelts or something like that too. But like he was sitting in the middle of the back seat.
Yeah.
So he went right through the middle of the front seat.
Yeah.
Right through the windshield. People thought he was gonna be dead or that someone died. It was pretty bad, but
I never grounded anybody. Is a month grounding too much for what they did? 2 weeks more reasonable, I suppose.
I mean, like
even
what
Lois
Lois
was like,
was
we'll talk
saying.
when we get back.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like he was drinking and driving. He saved 2 people. I understand. I think Jordan's kind of right, and his main issue is that they lied to him and blew him off as well.
Yeah.
Because once Jonathan started talking about like, well, here's what I did, he's like, oh, well, you were more responsible. Good. But I think he's mad that he was left out, and he's mad that there was an accident and drinking and driving and all that.
And like,
but yeah, like I think it was you. Can Jordan get drunk? Like, is he? How much drinking does he have to do to be?
He can get drunk.
Like Flash can't.
Yeah,
Superman probably can't.
I'm pretty sure Superman can't. I mean, he did in that one movie, but he lost his power, so I don't think he can.
So even him having a drink may not affect him like it does anyone else.
Sure.
Where he can kind of blend in, but still be him.
Yeah. Well, let's see what some people were saying about this episode of Superman and Lois. We're going to start with Daniel B., who says, do you think that Kyle could become an antagonist/villain type of character? I don't think so. I think that he's going to understand now that he has more information. If anything, he's going to be upset that he was left in the dark so long.
Yeah.
By the people that love him.
He's a fire chief.
And then we're gaslighting him.
He's a fire chief. He loves Smallville. He's going to do whatever's best for Smallville. If that means having a superhero that also helps Smallville, I don't think he's going to be against it. He just doesn't want the lies, I guess. Anymore,
No.
Right?
And if you're going to lie, you got to do it. You can't do what they're doing. You can't like you're crazy, Like no, he's right. You have to be like on their side and be like, look, maybe I just didn't see anything, Dad. Like I'm not trying to be against you. I'm not trying to make you sound crazy. I'm sorry, George, but I'm sorry. I was just in a traumatic event. I didn't see anything. Be a good liar.
Isn't that just still gaslighting though?
Well, you're not calling them crazy. They were calling it gaslighting is making someone think that they're crazy for believing what they believe.
They called Kyle crazy?
Yeah, like Lois is like, I don't even know what to say to you, Kyle, or something like that.
Lana.
I'm sorry,
Lana?
yes, Lana.
Okay.
Damn it. LLs. Ross Mack says, with Kyle now knowing Clark is Superman, how do you think it will affect his relationship with him and also his family? I mean, I would be like, oh, fucking his glasses. I can't believe it. The main thing that I think that is going to happen is just that he's going to have to deal with people keeping secrets from him. But to the point, like, it's not their secret to share.
Yeah. I wonder if Kyle will jump to Clark is Superman, or if he will jump to he is a superpowered person in Smallville. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Which jump does he go to?
In the universe where the glasses work, I understand what you mean.
Sure.
Raj C says, it's been a real struggle to get Clark and John to connect/bond for the past couple seasons. While Clark spends time with Jordan in training, how do you think Clark should connect with Jonathan? I don't blame John for what he said to Clark, but Clark is also busy. I mean, it's not like Clark is, heading off to the bar every night or something, or going to the pool hall. Like, he's got real responsibilities that literally no one else can fill.
Sure.
And like, if you're upset that your dad isn't spending time with you, I feel like it's the antithesis of that to not spend time with him when you can. But I get the reasoning.
It was his girlfriend.
You have your girlfriend. You want to spend alone time. You're a teenager. I get it. But if your dad comes in that excited, wrangle and dangle, and he's Clark fucking Kent. At the very least, I'm like, oh man, we can't do it tonight. We already have plans, Dad. But we'll try to make plans for something else, Like,
sure. I mean, Bam isn't gonna be there next time. Bam won't be there next time.
I know. Fucking Bam.
Bam the
bulldozer.
Bam the bulldozer. Do you think that he's
and
based
Diamond
on,
Dave Carlson? He's a wrestler probably too, right?
Do you think he's based on like Bamford?
James Bamford? I don't know.
I didn't know
if Bamford has any involvement with the show or not, but maybe.
I didn't know either.
Bam the bulldozer.
No, I don't know. It just there's the one comment that they had that was other people jump at the idea. It's like, yeah, but he's not other people. There's so many other kids be Superman, I'll go wrestling with you.
Sure.
They would be excited, but
yeah.
Jonathan's like, that's just my dad.
Yeah.
It's that jaded thing where it's like it's cool to everyone else who doesn't know, but he's already kind of like, yeah, it's him. He takes off. It's like if you had like your dad was the president. It's like, well, he's important to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But he doesn't spend time with me.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like it's kind of a similar idea, I think, where it's like someone who has like a lot of responsibilities they have to do, but doesn't leave a lot of time for family sometimes.
I understand. I mean, I feel like the Clark does put a lot of effort into showing how much he cares about his kids.
Sure.
And I think that they understand. I mean, Jordan certainly does, but Jonathan has that separation of still feeling like he's not as much of a son of Superman, So
sure.
I can definitely get that.
Well, there's been the power thing, and Jonathan's struggling with like what makes me important when my mom's this awesome reporter, my dad's a superhero, and my brother's also got superpowers.
Yeah.
It's like, where does that leave me? My grandpa's a general in the army or whatever, in the military.
Yeah. Lover of Sashimi says, so, if there are any side effects to the cure, how do you think they will affect Peia?
She starts talking in reverse.
Like,
maybe some shit.
I mean, that happened in the show already, right? In the inverse. Remember, whenever, like, I was like, what if he was asking for Lana?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, because they're using Bizarro,
yeah.
Right? His blood or whatever it is that they're using to make it. What if he just starts speaking? She starts speaking in reverse.
She starts sucking in things. Instead of,
Oetum.
Mateo?
Yeah, I don't know how you say it. Mateo.
I think that's good.
Oetum. That'd be weird. What'd you do? I just came in there. Cree!
I thought you'd be talking about like Marvel or something. I'm like, yeah, man. Miss Marvel got to take care of this Cree. The last one is from The Flammable Firebender. It genuinely makes me upset how good this show is. The acting is some of the best on TV. The storytelling is exemplary. The action is beyond visually jaw-dropping. Where were these writers during the Keon storyline? Different show.
They're different writers.
Also, does alcohol even affect Jordan? I don't think it does. But it could be. Maybe it's like a thing that when he's younger, he's more susceptible.
He's half human as opposed to Clark, who's not human.
Yeah.
Right? So
true.
Maybe it does affect him some, but not as much as others. I don't know.
No
idea.
The Earth's yellow sun dries you out, I guess.
But he needs to stop just wandering around like this.
Yeah, I do. I do agree though that how good this show is makes some of the other shows worse.
I mean,
like I can enjoy things for what they are.
I think that's why they're disconnecting it from the Arrowverse, right? Because then you're like, this isn't the Arrowverse, and they do this when they did this with these other shows. Like, like it's unfair to compare like the Cape
with Better Call Saul
to like Better Call Saul or like Game of Thrones. Or,
I get you.
Things that had budget and whatnot and everything. And it's
Me being upset about the Arrowverse thing with this show, it has nothing to do with like I think all things should be connected. It's that they did it and then reneged on it. Like it obviously was part of the Arrowverse, and then they retroactively decided not to.
Yeah,
you know.
For sure, first season they were pushing all kinds of stuff, being like, "It is, you know."
Stick to your guns. That's what I say.
Doing this, and clearly there's a connection.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is the last Q&A. We need a poll for this episode, Aaron.
Can Jordan drink?
Poll's gonna be about the cure that was administered to Peia, and do you think there's gonna be some negative side effects? And if so, what do you think those could be in terms of the storyline, the character arc stuff, and then just the desperation when it comes to what he's trying to do? Do you think that's going to actually, you know what, it does work and it justifies everything he's ever done?
I think,
or is it not gonna work?
Like heartburn.
Real bad heartburn.
Like acid reflux is really bad, and when that's so bad, you can't do that because then you might throw up or something like that,
I thought it'd
right?
be like worse.
No, it is. It's worse for her to do it. So she if she starts throwing up, now she can't make her sound effects and stuff anymore.
Yeah,
that'd be a bad side effect.
That would be a bad side effect.
What do you think? Guys, thank you so much for watching Superman and Lois with us. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on next week's episode as we are approaching the end of the season, I think. And I don't know if it's going to be the last season or what they're doing. So subscribe so you don't miss out. Poll, all that, patreon.com/blindwave. Find links in the description below.